Hey everyone, this is Lucid. Welcome back. We've got a lot to talk about this turn. So much happened between when I recorded last episode and then this one with the new turn. So yeah, we're casting Eyes of God. I told you it went off, and it was like a bomb going off in chat. People were like, what the fuck? Anyway, but he posted one graph. Lemuria is the guy who cast it. Right, and Lemuria, which by the way, I mean, Lemuria is one of, even in Dominions Enhanced, where, by the way, they got nerfed a tiny bit, but even in Dominions Enhanced, they're like one of the most cancer nations. And they post one graph, which is the score graph of provinces. And it shows me up here, and it shows everybody else, like the second highest players, like down here, which normally, wouldn't be that big of a deal. But like there's 70 other nations which are beneath them. Right, so they're like 69 out of 70, and then here we are. So yeah, we were way ahead. People were freaking out, but that was the only thing they posted, and they wouldn't say who were any of the nations, like who these guys were. I think they might have shown like half of one other one. They did like a zoomed out view of the world, but it was all fuzzy. They like copied and pasted it in Microsoft Word several times to get it nice and blurred because they don't know how to use like Gaussian blur in Photoshop. So they post these super fucking blurry pictures so that nobody can see what it is because they want to sell the information. They're like, oh, look, I've got it. I could show you. Anyway, people were not having it, which is how it works in these games, apparently. Like, if you cast I Have God, it is not for you. It's for everybody else. And there's enough people that in the game that if they're not, if you're not providing this information for free, mostly, then somebody else will put it up and everybody will donate. And so I told Lemuria, like, dude, so the other thing he did was he put up all my score graphs, like literally just in the game chat. And I think he had some person to compare. No, he put up mine and he said what they were because he was able to look at his and deduce what the totals were. And he actually did a really good job putting up guessing what my totals were. Oh my God, how's my income so flat? How is that even possible? So anyway, he does that and people are freaking out again, but he doesn't show any of the other stuff. And like people want to know where they are in the pack. Like people have a bunch of questions, and it's also not fun. Like for me, it was also not fun because I want to see where everybody else is. Just saying mine's boring. So anyway, I was like, dude, you are the worst Eye of God caster ever for a big game. And then I was like, okay, put up, show us the research graphs and show us who all was the top 5. And he's like, no, you can pay for it. I'm like, how about this? How about instead of paying, I just don't overcast you? And he's like, no. So I'm like, okay, guys, I'm overcasting it. And anybody that wants to contribute, you'll be a founding member. And first of all, everybody's going to get most of the information for free. We're going to publish all of this. And then in addition to the information being available for free, founding members will get, I'll tell them any specific info like where thrones are, etc. that they want to know. So yeah, that's what we're doing. We said we were putting up, and surprisingly, what I expected to have happen was everybody would be like, or a few other people would be like, okay, well, I'll cast it instead. I think that there weren't many other players who had already had Enchantment 5 researched and had a high enough Astral Mage to cast it. Because nobody else volunteered. Or one other guy did, but he didn't say he would put gems in it. Because they have to have a research, they have to have the mage, and then they have to have the gems. I said I was going to cover the base cost of casting it, but because we have to override Lemuria, people that donate are going to get into, they're going to, anyway, provide the overcasting part. And so anyway, I'll show you how much we put in it. I think we didn't. I got a bunch of gems in the mail this turn. We're putting a lot in. We're putting 91. We got a lot of gems. Some of these, like I told you, I think you saw in the last episode, I had paid for these from Krieg, so they don't count. But the rest of them, it's like 20, 25, 30... 50. So we got 50 gems basically from everyone. And we put 40 in ourselves. So we had to cheat a little bit. That was all the gems I had. So anyway, we need to put it up this turn. So I wasn't able to quite put in the 50, but we put in 40, which is more than anybody else by a margin. So anyway, Eyes of God is going up. And I'm quite confident that will override the Lemuria Eye of God. I don't expect we'll profit any from it. Because like I said, we've invested everything people gave us into casting it, and we put our own gem. And I'm not really planning on selling information. If other people who are not founding members want specific information, I will sell it to them. Oh, hello. Did not see you, you big sexy man. A third bird of the yard and the lord of the carrion dead. Huh. How cool is that? Anyway, yeah, if other people want the info, they'll probably have to pay me like 5 or 10 gems, depending on how big and scary they are and how. But I don't expect we'll get the cost that we put into it out of it. And because we're putting it on our god, there's a decent chance our god dies. We're not going to stop using him. I really, more than anything, want to see where the sites are. I mean, we want to have a good broadcast too. But anyway, we'll see. There's a chance our god dies. We're certainly not going to try to kill our god. But so anyway, we're casting that. That's the biggest news of the turn. We got a lightless lantern from Ulm, which we're putting over here. I probably should send him a couple more. I've got fire gems. So I kind of need to save up for a fire and power of a death mage. Oh, we had a strange thing. Well, let's go through our treasure chest. Found an island and floating stone. This one is an earth air site. So we get 2 gems from that. Let me go through the strikes. Otherwise, it makes it seem like I'm getting really lucky. And then strike, strike. And then here we found a smoldering starfish colony. That's 1 fire and charmed current. That's 1 water. That's 2 more gems. Strike, strike. This was not a... This was to see what throne this was. This turns out, we'll look at that in a minute. Strike, strike. Found a displaced tunnel, that's 1 pearl. A strike. Found a rock cat crab colony, that's 1 earth. Strike, strike, strike. Created a floating eye. Strike. An Isle of Death. This is actually a good site. This is 3 death. And a Death 2 mage can enter to summon a Ghost Champion. And Ghost Champions are goddamn units. So I don't have a Death 2 mage, but we kind of want to get one and plant them over here. This province is now probably good enough to put a fort on. Because we're going to need some low population provinces that we're going to use to let the, basically get my dominion really high in them. We'll preach them up. And later we'll put void gates in them. So this will be a great candidate for that. It's got high gem income, so it would benefit from being protected by a fort and low population. So we'll probably put a fort here. Speaking of which, we should probably go ahead and move this guy over here. We are at war with these guys, so this is a dangerous spot to build a fort. And was that it? Isle of Death and then strike. And then we didn't find anything from our manual site searching. Here, though, we site searched with a normal priest, and we found an oracle's lair, which reveals magic score graphs, which is gem income and research. So we now have 2 sites. We have the sites that show dominion, we have the sites that show research, and we have the sites that show gem income. So from Eyes of God, what are we going to get? We're going to get provinces, forts, and income, which are important, and army size. And we're going to get to see all the sites on the map, which is going to be nice. But we have these right now, so we'll go ahead and look at these. Gem income, you can see we were doing pretty good until, like, we were number 1 before we turned on remote site searching. But number 1, not by a huge margin. And once we turned on remote site searching, oh my god, did we explode. So we were twice that of the next player, which is about what we thought. I actually thought we'd be maybe a little better, but this is Asphodel here. This next one, I believe, is Ulm. Ulm is in a very strong position. Apparently they're number 2 on size too. And I think they're number 2 on research. They're very good in research. This is Ulm. Ulm is doing phenomenally well. Oh wait, no, that's not Ulm. Wait, who is this? Oh, hello. Oh, Middle Ulm. Crushing it in research. Which is what you expect. They're like the best researching nation in the game. Erythia, which is number 1, which I knew. They're only number 1 because they're so goddamn rich. They've got their Federal Reserve money printing machine just going absolutely ham. Smashing out new currency. Here they are. But let's come back to gem income. So this is Ulm. This next one looks like a Satis. It's Middle Satis. Oh no, it's Iru. Oh gosh. Okay, so this is interesting. This is Nick Knight. And he's doing really good on gem income. I didn't realize that. But he's fighting like a coalition war right now. So he's losing... Yeah, he's basically losing ground right now. We can see that proximally through this graph. Next... Okay, well, who's next over here? We've got... Okay, this person's kind of close. This is Lanka. Lanka, actually, very nice gem income. Okay, next up we have... Oh, wait, that's Iru. Okay, Middle Ulm for gym income actually is very solid. They are number 3. And if we keep going, Middle Rlyeh, which is my buddy, my Tentacles Forever, he is number 5. So that's kind of cool. And I don't know who... This might be... I'm not sure who that yellow line was. That might have been Lanka. Was this Lanka? No, who's this other yellow line? That is right below Middle Rlyeh. Oh, god damn it, I can't tell. Maybe it was somebody over here. Oh, there it was. Okay, the monkeys. Kalos is actually very good in gym income. So that's interesting. The thing that I think is important about this is Asphodel is one of our work target considerations, which is excellent. Attacking somebody with high gym income is very good to do. It'll be harder, but the spoils are way increased. So that's a good thing. Now, an Asphodel War is also good because they have this Throne of Splendor, which I would desperately want. And it's also good because we have a very good situation to attack into them. The downside, now some of the Asphodel stuff is not for us to get. You know, some of this is Mother Oak. Like this is basically this much is Mother, which of course we won't get. We could steal it because we have a shit ton of nature income. I mean, we probably have more nature. Well, I don't know about that. We don't. He has more nature income than us. But we have a shit ton of nature income. We could potentially get the Throne of Splendor attacking him. We're pretty well set up to attack. Now, the downside of attacking is Asphodel is probably going to go for Foul Vapors, which we don't have the things to deal with it quite yet. They have water mages, so they can go underwater reasonably easily. They have tramplers who are going to make pretty quick work of my meteorite guard. So there's things to worry about. It's not something we want to do lightly. Like it's something, if we do it, we want to do it, with caution and vigilance and whatnot. Okay, score graphs. So that's the gym income. Research, Arythea, Middle Ulm. The next is, who's this? Oh, hello, Fascia. Did not expect that. Did not expect that. Next is End. Interesting. This is so cool. This is so typical of End. They go like this, their research is great, and then they march off to war. With End, whenever you march off to war, this shows this player knows what they're doing. Because when you march off to war with End, you bring a significant amount of mages. He probably brought like 20, 30 mages to this. Which is very cool. And then everybody beneath that, there's kind of a few people. I probably should figure out who this next topmost is. Oh, just saw it. Oh, Iru. Nice. We are not in the top 5, I don't think. There we are. We are right beneath. We are right here. So this is Iru, and we're right at Iru's research. But you can see we're well behind Arythea. Dominion, kind of interesting. We're still doing pretty good in this. Okay, that's Middle Rlyeh. They're way down there. Meanwhile, we are way up here. We're number 2. Behind army size, we're probably pretty good. I don't think we're number 1, but we might be. We have a decent amount of priest one. So that's the graph situation. Next time we're casting it, we're going to get the full downloaded graphs. The other thing I wanted to show you was the throne. This throne over here was what we did the stone window on, which I don't know if I have it. It's a pretty cool little thing. I think I have it in my inventory somewhere. We might as well cast it on something. No idea what we're going to cast on. I'll figure that out later, but it's this little item, which is great, but if you have Eyes of God, it's not necessarily as good. But this is the Throne of Fire. And this would give us +3 attack, and then it's going to give us a Fire 3 mage, which is really good for us, because we don't get Fire mages. And potentially these guys can be Fire 5 to do Flames from the Sky later. And this, I am told, the throne we want to get is the Throne of Evocation, or Elements, which gives us the Evocation bonus for Flames from the Sky. So we can cast that for like Almost 20 fire gems. Pretty good deal. We can also make lightless lanterns. A lot of good reasons to have fire mages. Not something we would normally get. So anyway, this is super good. The other thing that's kind of interesting about it is, and I'm not actually sure, we have to look at all these. Length 4. Oh, I guess this actually can be used to repel. It doesn't say it can't. Length 3. Looks like it sort of could repel. The tentacles can't. My bro was saying that we could repel better with that blast, but I don't think any of the void creatures can really repel. Like this guy, I don't think can. No. But he will certainly appreciate this guy at +3 attack. And then we have this other throne that's +2 strength. So for this to go from whatever it is now to 15 attack and 25 damage is actually pretty significant. Pretty damn significant, especially this guy with like fear and awe. If we throw all in from that awe throne, be pretty good. It's kind of our game to lose right now, which sucks for everybody else, but whatever. We're trying to win. We'll finish this. I have some more Diplo stuff to talk about. Oracle's Lair. Okay, we attacked some undead. We killed them. We attacked these dudes. We killed them. Dead rise from their graves, a bunch of dead rising from the graves. We got some population. We got a lightweight scale mail and some gold. Got some unrest. Kraken popped out. And there's an arena battle. We're going to watch all those. I'm going to skip down. We're going to come back and do the arena thing. I want you to show you how excellent our defense is against all these undead events. First of all, the Mind Blaster is not doing a phenomenal job here. With the banishment, plus these tritons. Just smite them to cinders. These little bodyguards. Hey, look at this. Without even breaking a sweat, Void Cultist does serious work. Here, this actually kind of sucks. We had a bunch of water gems on this. This was actually to deal with Jotunheim raiding. I guess it's okay. It's going to save me from marching some dudes out to take this, because I'm pretty... Oh no, we actually won here without these guys. I think there's a shark tribe. Just tritons. So that actually kind of sucks. But here we kill these dudes, but we lose some chaff. Here we kill some krakens. Here these guys attack. Ichthids rape them. Yeah, we got... Guys, we got attacked so many times. Not one of them was successful. Now, I have some bad news for you. And the bad news is that Anat's summoning was successful, but unfortunately, his mind was permanently damaged. He became feeble-minded. But we got a thing that should not be, which is a nice silver lining. Now, what I'm doing with this guy is we're going to... I have a place that will heal him. And I think it's worth moving him over there. Otherwise, I have to find a place for him to die. And that place to heal him is right over here. And I wish I had a fast way to get them over there, but I don't. I definitely don't. There's probably some items we can build, but I don't know. We're going to march over there. I don't know the best. It's probably going to take us here, then to here. Maybe here, then here. I have no idea how it's going to take us, to be honest. I probably should figure it out. I'm just trusting the wisdom of pathfinding. I probably should, while this guy's going on his journey, put him on retreat. So that if we run into an enemy province, he doesn't die. Because he's the reason I would kill him, but he's got a lot of summoning skills, 7. So we kind of don't want that to get wasted. And we got... Okay, well, let's do the throne... Not the throne stuff. Let's do the tournament stuff. And we'll watch all these. If it looks interesting. Hog Knight versus Polemark. How can we not watch the Arethian Hog Knight? Dang it. Okay, basically not wearing anything. Versus Chad Polemark with like a full kit of gear. 27 defense, regeneration, big boots of giant strength, lead shield. Lead shield's actually kind of important for MR. With feeble-minded, it kind of hurts. But I guess he can't really cast smite or anything, so I'm not sure what it would be for. Well, like, some of the mind blasters could get him, maybe. Anyway, and valor. I think we know how that goes. Let's see if there's anything interesting. That's probably not terribly interesting. Polemark versus Yanamir. I've already seen the Polemark. This guy's a Mace of Eruption, a Ring of the Warrior, some decent armor, but his stats are just way worse. This other guy's got 27 defense. He's never going to be able to hit him. And this guy will get... He's got 23 attack. Yeah, I think this is going to be like instant kill. Okay, I lied. Took longer than I thought. I guess that was mirror image. I didn't factor that in. We've got a Loco versus Van Hurst. Now, this guy's got pretty high research, if we remember, but okay, hasn't put anything on him. Then the Van Hurst, no gear. It's actually looking like the Van Hurst is going to win, but I think there's a lucky strike here. Yeah, this guy's done now. Oh, almost kills him, though. And then we have a Basalt King, which gets run. Now, Basalt Kings are a major cap-only invest. And he's got gems. It looks like he didn't get the message that this was going to be a... and it's his profit, too. He didn't get the message that this is a people's arena, which means you can't bring gems. I mean, you can't cast spells. So this actually sucks. He has profit with a bunch of gems, probably designed to do cool shit. But you'd think he'd still put some gear on him. I don't know. Anyway, he gets hosed, as he predictably would, because none of that shit helps him. Yoink. But Basalt Kings are definitely super combatants. If you put stuff on them. A Hulkmeister versus a Raksharaja. We haven't seen the Raksharaja yet. So he's got kind of cool thing. He's got the mirror image suit, which is cool because that's still going to work in here. He's got key shoes, a Ring of the Warrior, which is going to help him. Main Gauss repairing, so defense is 20. And then this, which I don't think that benefits him at all. It's not in Frost. The Hulkmeister. Ooh, Gauntlets of Gladiator. Very spicy pick. This actually is going to give him 4 attacks. They're not at a super high defense. And he's got high protection, but not very high defense. Oh, but he gets some hits in mirror image pop. This is either man's... Yeah, okay. Lanka takes it. And then Lanka kills a Censor. Okay, we can't sadly... Oh, yeah, we can't see the Lanka Bless, which is unfortunate. This guy's the Prophet, so we get to see the Airmore Bless. Regeneration, Undead Regeneration, and Blood Vengeance. How about them apples? You thought 10% regen was a lot. Try 20. Try 20. I don't think the normal regeneration works on the ponies, the Undead Knights, but they both work on the Lictors. Because it doesn't... This one won't work if you're lifeless. But these guys are not lifeless. Interesting. But again, the Airmore Prophet. And Airmore actually... Well, I think he's been trying to kill this Prophet. So actually, I think he's not upset about this at all. Yeah, he gets yoinked. And Ifrit here, so this is from Krieg. And it's probably... Krieg's been using these repel dudes. Who was this other guy in the square with him? A Shadow? I'm not sure why he gets that. Oh, from this thing. He's got an Enchanted Pike. Yeah, so it's a repel dude. An Enchanted Pike, he's got this. The thing is, this guy's got 30 MR. Yeah, I mean 30 morale. He doesn't care about repel. Oh, but he does go... Oh, no. They both hit each other. But the difference is this guy got hit for 11, and this guy got hit for 26. Oh, my God. But he's on fire. Oh, my God. He's almost dead. That was very close. Polmark barely lives. Might have gotten some afflictions we didn't see at the end. Comes in here. I think they get healed between goes. We'll find out. Yeah, he's back to full health. Did not get any afflictions. Lucky guy. This guy's got a death gem. Like he was going to do something cheesy, but forgot it was a people's arena. Now the Loco in the Polmark showdown. And the Loco, I think, was naked. So, okay, we know how that's going to go. And then the Polmark and the Raksharaja. These are both kitted dudes. Ooh. Smacks him in the face, and then he runs. And then we have a Jotun Jarl versus the Polmark. And this is interesting. We haven't even... Poor Jotun Jarl... I mean, poor dude over here. He... Oh my God, look at this. Budget, motherfucking budget. Doomglaive to hit super goddamn hard. Copper plate to knock your ass out. And a rabbit foot charm. Look how budget this is. I'm just so impressed. Look at that. Boom! He gets, as a result, the Forbidden Light, which is a it boosts your astral 2 and your fire 2. I think it goes to the actual combatant, which kind of sucks because it's cursed and you can't take it off. But anyway, kind of cool. Silver sarcophagus has been opened. Units affected by disease. Oh, that sucks. And then we had all our battles. We talked about the summoning. Yeah. Okay, so next thing we have to talk about is Jotunheim. So I told you I had sent him a message that was like, hey dude, I'm going to be attacking. If you want to see, like, Oceania should have taken the lake. He didn't. We're going to take it now. If you want to fight over it, then we can fight over it. But I guess on that case, I'll probably have to try to exterminate the Jotunese. But if you want to, I will do a long non-aggression pact, and I will just be the stewards of your water system. And he replied basically saying, well, I think I might as well quit because I think that's good game for me if you do that, because both options are bad and I'll lose. Huh. That's one way to look at it. But I was like, if you conquer Valanus or something, and I'm doing this, you do good. Or you conquer the land over here and I'm doing a non-aggression pact with you. I don't exactly see how that's game losing. But to each their own, you can feel that way. Well, he wasn't just saying that. He actually quit. He quit. And I've played another game with him, but I'm a little disappointed. I mean, he just killed somebody. They just killed Baratos. And apparently there's too much for him to deal with. Cannot accept having squid. Now, look, if I were him, I wouldn't want squids in my lake. But I gave him a very reasonable offer. Long non-aggression pact or fight me underwater. And I said, look, I'm not committed to underwater destruction or anything. Or if you can repel me underwater, then I probably won't send more troops. It's up to you. But apparently that was just too much for him to handle. He's not mentally prepared to deal with that kind of shit right now. So yeah, we're moving in. We're going to be taking on this. Now he stayed last turn because we couldn't get a sub for him yet, which sucks. We're going to be moving in because of that. Because he's staling, we're going to go ahead and do a general invasion. I've also got guys coming in here. Sauron Sphere. I actually changed my move orders at the last second when I found out he was staling, that I wanted to be more aggressive. So we basically we've got this group of idiots. They're going to come over here. They're coming over here. And then these idiots, we're splitting them up, which is greedy because this is now something that's way easier to kill. You know what I probably should do? I need a few of these guys in case they're scrotty. Okay, these guys go in this group. Wait, do I not have any more? Wait, can these guys go in this? Okay, I'm going to have to shuffle these things around. Wait, so you guys come here. I need non-magic people here. Or these guys are magic. Okay, wait, where these guys are full of magic people. Oh, well, there's not much to actually play around with here. Yeah. I guess we ditch this guy, and now I can put... these idiots up here with this. Wait, economics mindless. All right, okay, we're going to sort this out now. I'm sorry. Okay, what do I want to do? I want to have more of these guys here, and then we're going to have all of these guys here. Guard commander, and we're going to have the rest of these idiots down here. Okay, so we've now more properly split them. Anyway, these idiots are going to come up here, holding attack closest, and these guys are going to be back, holding attack closest. These guys are on guard commander. These are combat speed 10. These are 5. That'll be fine. These are pretty tough. I want them in front. The idea is these guys will consolidate on top of this fort, and we'll siege it down reasonably quick. I've also got these idiots moving over here. These guys are coming down, and these guys are going over here. And so we're going to just continue expanding. I think with this being the Throne of Fire, I really do want to take over Blandos. It's a good throne. I don't know if there's no other thrones here, but this will just be a good moon base. So that's going to be our focus. And this will be super solid. Just the path access, the gem income, the bless improvement are all super duper good. So we're going to be doing that. Yeah, that's basically what's happening over here. And very disappointed with Jotunheim just completely folding and giving up. The thing is, like, if your plan involves somebody just like not doing something and then they do it, and then it's like your whole plan is foiled, it's not a very good plan. It's not a very good plan at all. And I don't even think, like, if I were playing Jotunheim, I think there's stuff they can do. Like, they have Scrotty. They put MR gear and some other stuff on Scrotty. They could probably tank this, and it would be very painful for me. So I don't know. I don't know at all. But that's what's happening over here. In other news, I don't know what all... these guys are eating Rlyeh. My guess is that... I mean, these guys are eating Atlantis. My guess is these guys maybe come over here and kill Lemuria. That's what I would do if I were early age Rlyeh. They've got some interesting looking dudes running them. Over here, there's some kind of interesting stuff with Zabalba. I've talked to Zabalba, and they're going to eat Abyssia. But they've attacked Hinnom also. So this was a border change this turn. So Hinnom is probably not long for this world. And I'm fine coexisting here with Zabalba. I am cool with that. That will play. And I don't really want to deal with these crazy Hellblessed Sacreds until I have like Master and Slave and stuff, which will be a ways off, but not that long. I mean, we can deal with them too. I would be interested to see what their bless is. Do I have any stealthy dudes? Miro Scout? Okay, we'll get one of these. I kind of want to... We need to go try to scout out their bless. Do I have anybody patrolling here? No, 2 guys patrolling here? Okay. We're going to, if we can... Okay, perfect. This guy is going to come back. And we're going to use him to patrol this fort. Which would be great. We do have a temple built here. A lot of this is just making sure all my infrastructure gets properly built. Like, I need to build a temple here, too. I know I have a temple here. I got somebody else coming. We're building a lab here this turn. This still has 2 turns to go up. And then we'll come over here. We're coming over here with this guy, and hopefully he's not insane next turn, and he can build a temple. We're also mass producing our slave priests here, because we do want to get our Dominion spread. Dominion is just one of those things. You don't want to let it get too out of hand. And right now we're getting close to getting out of hand. Like a lot of these, this has like 4 or 5 enemy candles. This has 3, this has 3. We got to get on it right now. It's going to be hard for us to preach the 5 candles out, but we can preach these lower amounts out. So we're going to go ahead and get to it. Here we're preaching. We got 1 candle. We've got 3 candles here. Anyway, we're doing a lot of preaching, guys. A lot of preaching. It's something... I just used to doing it because when I played a late age Rlyeh with like a 1 Dominion score build, which is kind of what we're doing here, except the difference is we're actually building temples. If you play vanilla, you don't want to build any temples. You only want to have your 4, and then you really have to only make priests because your Dominion is not going to spread otherwise, and you still have to control Dominion. So anyway, if I can control it with Dominion strength literally 1, we can do it with 4, but we're going to build some priests. We're going to stay on top of it early. Yeah, these guys are probably going to attack me somewhere. And there's a Scrotty here. Which means I could get cheesed pretty goddamn hard. We'll see. 2 Mind Blasters, though, with some cavemen. We could mess him up if he attacks us here. Here, we've got more people preaching. I don't know. I don't even know where we're sneaking over here. I guess we can start sneaking dudes over this way. Oh my god, this is the Oracle's lair? Oh, for some reason I thought it was somewhere else. We're going to have to fort this. This is a valuable goddamn province. I mean, people are going to have public access to that information anyway. Why am I not seeing the temple icons? Here we go. Been freaking out like, oh, I haven't built a temple. No, I have. Oh, the other thing that's cool. We got an air item on our first try, which is actually huge. We're going to be construction 4 in a hot minute, and that means I can make the Robe of the Sea. And with the Robe of the Sea, I'm going to have to empower this guy in air, which we should have the gems for in like 1 or 2 turns. By the time he gets to this lab, which is where I have a conjuration discount site, he's going to be, I'll have the air gems to empower him. We're going to empower him in air. We'll throw a Robe of the Sea on him. And then we can start summoning Selkies, which are down here somewhere. Oh, here they are. Call Selkie. These guys are air 3 mages on land, and they're 25 air gems. They're so ridiculously good, and they have really good cross paths. I have no idea why they're priced so low. But we're going to start making them. I was thinking about outquills, but in a game this big, the research will hardly be noticeable. And these guys can research too. Is it going to be as efficient in research as an outquill? No, but we're going to have awesome fucking air mages. So that's like no contest for me. And these guys can like cloud trap these around and summon air elementals and stuff. Could totally be the difference between winning and losing a fight. We don't have, and later of course it'll be fog warriors and stuff. We don't have that yet though. Call Selkie. Call Solar Ram. Yeah, that one's unique. I wonder if there's any unique stuff for us to get. The White Stag. A Selkie might be able to summon one of those. That's unique. What are the other unique ones? Divine Bull. We do this with Earth Boots, but we don't have... Most of our guys don't have boot spots. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. The Ancient Spider. That we probably can't get. Nature Death is not really our thing. Anyway. Selkies are fine. We're not going to be needing them uniques. The other thing we're doing... Oh, this is a Jotunheim province. We might as well grab it. So we're going to go ahead and grab all 3 of these eyes and then build up a nice little army here. I don't really know where this one connects in particular. We could use it to move this army up here. I don't know. It doesn't not make sense. Especially, we do have reinforcements coming in. These guys are going to be here shortly. Oh my god, we got 2 things that should not be. This almost kind of is an army that's ready to roll out. These guys are scary. The tentacles are... They're looking... like they're not looking to attack me. I could demilitarize this. It is a long-ass march getting over here, though. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, by the time they get over here, there's going to be nothing to do. So I don't know about that. This is a little closer. This is probably worth mobilizing for. But we also need people to patrol here. And I don't actually have, as of right now, I don't actually have the floating eyes here. So we're going to have to get some of those. Well, let's take a look at our gym income. Talk about it real quick. So we're at 4 fire, which is fine. That could be lanterns, but we're also going to empower a guy. So it's probably going to be what we're going to save them for. I don't really need the lanterns right now. Air gems, we're at 8 a turn, which is pretty good. And that's like a very solid air income for squids. It's going to let us do most of the air things. It's going to let us get selkies and whatnot. Water gems 35. Water is probably the most important for us. It's going to basically determine how well we can win underwater wars. It's also obviously going to fund Voice of Tiamat casting. Earth gems. Oh my god, guys, we have 28. It is so much. I have to figure out what we're going to do with it. We have options. We could go for riches from beneath. That's pretty close. I think it's only 6. The problem with the riches from beneath is it's going to take us a while to get an Earth 5 caster. I don't even know how we would do it. Let's talk about that real quick, because we actually, how we spend our Earth gems is actually going to be a deal. We've got an Earth Mage coming in here. We're going to empower him in Earth. He's going to make Earth boots. He's going to have feet slots. So he's going to be Earth 3. If I do a Ring of Wizardry, so we +1 to all pass, that's going to get him to 4. I could trade for a Bloodstone. That will get him to 5. So it is possible we could do it. It is possible we could do it. The other thing is I could just print out hammers for a while, because I kind of am going to need more of the Elder Signs and more Rings of Water Breathing. I've actually had to turn off... Come over here. I've actually had to turn off these priests over here and turn them into Star Children, because we don't need any more on land, and I just don't have enough water breathing things. So I need to make some more. But yeah, it would be good to get these void things on all of these guys who are camping out in basically this high dominion province, so that they don't go batshit crazy. So I don't know, maybe we can make hammers. That's probably a better use than putting up riches. Riches could also be dispelled. It would give us a lot more money, but kind of not that much, because our dominion's not very high. It's not really... I mean, it would let us get a lot more meteorite guard. It's a decent thing to consider. Yeah, I'm not really sure what else we do. Enliven statues isn't horrible. Getting 10 for 15 gems is not bad. Fossil beast, we can't really do that. We can't really do any of this. I don't know if there's anything in conjuration we could get. Fall bears aren't bad. Enchanted boar we can't do. Summons an earth gnome commander. Have some skill in earth magic. Oh, this is the actual earth gnome. Like earth 1, a little bit of regen, 25 HP. Yeah, I don't know about that. Army of kobolds. Kobold shaman. I guess he's like a nature 1 mage or something. Who knows? Yeah, I don't know. Magma warriors. A sea killer. I'm not sure what those are, but that might not be a horrible idea. Thing is, I can't really cast this underwater because underwater I don't have boot spots. So, yeah, I don't know. Cave crabs we could make. I'm not sure, guys. I'm not loving. This would be just like making stuff to make it. I think we're gonna do hammers, and we're gonna do maybe riches from beneath. Or if we get up to it soon, which I don't think we will, we could also do Earthblood Deepwell. Okay, so that's Earth. Astral we have a shit ton of, which is great. It's so good. Means we can do arcane probing till our eyes are bleeding. It also means we can very quickly get our Void Gate stuff set up once we have infrastructure. Or the research. So once we have the research, a lot of this void stuff costs a fair amount of pearls to get going, but then it gives you a lot more pearls. So we can get that train rolling nice and early. So that's good. Death, we still have a lot of site searching to do. We're already at 10. What that means to me is we can do site searching faster, especially I need to make, and we may do it with our god before we send him out on a mission. I need to make a skull staff. Once I have a skull staff, then I can print out death mages with Create Revenant. So anywhere I have at least 1 death mage, I can make 2, which is going to be nice for site searching. We got our first death mage over here this turn on the squid down here. So it'd be nice to get another one. I think we're still rolling for them, but we're probably not. I think we're kind of done rolling for them. I might need to start reaching here with one of these to get these up to 5. I do want to have. We're going to get a lot of unrest. I'm kind of cool with it keeping low, but I would like to have more scales here. Like, why are we only growth 1? Oh, we had death 2 hit in that event, the global event. But yeah, I guess this is okay. Maybe I get some slave priests here. I don't know. We'll see. I need to get... We'll get a couple of slave priests. We need to control our dominion here. That frees up a lot of money, actually. But I don't think I have anything I need to spend it on. We'll just save that money for now. Do I have a death mage over here? I don't. There's actually nothing left for me to cast Voice of Tiamat from over here. So, we are getting more of these guys. Good. So eventually we'll roll a death random over here, and then we'll be able to do site searching on this side of the pond. But it'd be really nice to have a skull staff loading around. So anyway, that's how we're going to use death. Nature, we have a shit ton of nature income. We need to think about that. What are the things we're going to have in nature that we could do? I mean, if we get way down here, which there, there's reasons to go for Thaumaturgy 8 for us, or even Thaumaturgy 9. This could be a lot of Call the Worms That Walk, or Worm That Walks, which is an immortal. It's a pretty cool unit. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Gift of Reason is kind of cool. We could definitely, with Void Creature, spend a fair amount on Gift of Reason. Haruspex is where we're putting most of our gems right now that we're spending. And enchantment, this is one of the things that my buddy Sablecat was saying to put up, was Mana from Heaven. In friendly provinces, priests contain priests gain +1 growth scale per month. Preaching priests have a 5% chance per holy level to find 1d6 nature gems and 1d3 astral gems each month. So I basically have to preach. But, I could do this with slave priests and just print them out. The way this works is you get like diminishing return stacking. Each priest will generate its own 5% chance per holy level, but you can only get 1 event per province, is my understanding of how it works. It's a DE spell. This seems kind of broken. I think if I put this up, it would put people into like extreme hopelessness if they couldn't take it down. But in that way, it would be kind of game winning for me. But I don't need to do this to have scaling gem income. Like, I'd kind of rather just do the Rlyeh thing under the radar and then maybe do this later. But I don't know. It's an option. I'm also in a position where it's going to be hard for people to attack me, but I don't want people to be so goddamn desperate to attack me that they like suicide, you know, because it's like, well, the game's over anyway, unless we all suicide into Lucid. I don't really want to make that happen. So I want there to be at least a little hope for everybody, because if I put this up and they don't take it down, I think it's kind of ridiculous. Like it's a little bit kind of game over. Whereas now people could get big. You saw there's like people that are higher in research than me. You know, Rlyeh could attack. There's things that could happen. Fairy Trod, no. Tree Lords would be kind of interesting. Gift of Health would be interesting. Fungal Abomination, is that a ritual? No. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't know about any of this. Gift of Nature's Bounty would be good, but what are we going to do for nature? Winged Monkey's actually kind of hilarious. We could kind of cast that. Sleepers, no. Chosen of Gate. I actually don't know what this is. Oh, grants regeneration. Must wear an acorn necklace. Huh. Okay, that's actually kind of legit. I need to do that. Oh my god. Chosen of Gaia. How am I going to cast that? I don't have an Earth Nature. Lamia Queens, I don't think, can get Earth randoms. I need to think on that. That would actually be really good to cast on my god. Okay, once a being has been designated the Chosen of Gaia, no other being can be designated until a century has passed. Any further attempts to cast a spell will fail, and gems will be wasted. I think that's one per nation, not one per, like, game. But that would be good to put on my god. Very good. So, okay, we're going to have to think about how we do that. But that's not going to be a gem sink for us. It is more like, it's a fairy commander. Skilled nature air mages, master of illusions. Not really sure. Ivy Kings are always good. Living Castles could be a good nature sink for us. Yeah. I think, too, when you're big, trying to control globals is kind of weird. Like, if you're big, it's good because you're going to have more gems to put up. But there's also, like, if I were to try to take Mother Oak, people would definitely, like, organize to pool to take it down. So, like, when I was, like, way ahead as Lemuria in that game, I really didn't try to control globals because I knew people would organize to take them down. And that's kind of how I feel here. So we're going to do Eyes of God because I got people contributing and it's not really helping me. I mean, it's going to help because I'm going to know sites and stuff, but everybody who's contributing also is going to know all the sites. So anyway, yeah, I think that's about it, boys. We're going to take over Blandos. I need to get more troops over here. We're getting a pretty big army over here. So I could take these guys and move them down here. Wait, where can we jump off from? No, just to here with Yomi. Well, we're going to be attacking Yomi at some point in this, because we're going to take over all of Blandos. So that will be interesting. That will be very interesting. Anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed. Game is, I won't say it's heating up for us, because we're in like a very comfortable, large position, but it's very interesting. It's very interesting. Our research is picking up. We're at 1,200 a month, which is a lot. This is so much faster than I was in my own game. I'll be really interested to know where we are in research. Let's talk a little bit about income. I think income we're maybe top 5, but I don't think we're number 1. We might be number 1, but I don't know. We have a lot of income, but I feel like we got so much unrest everywhere. Like, look, okay, well, that's only 3, 2, 35, 30, 16, 12. That's in hostile domain. We're like here, 7, 24. That, 24 unrest really eats into your income. Here, this is enemy dominion, so we don't have unrest here, but we don't have good scales. So we'll have to see. But I don't know. I don't think I'm great in income. We're top, but we're probably not that high. Forts, we're probably high among the non-forting up nations. But like Aretha is going to have more than us. Lemuria and Airmore are probably going to have more. Therados might have more if there's a Therados. I can't remember. Yeah, there is. So of the nations that fort up, they're probably going to be ahead of us, but we're probably going to be ahead of the normal nations. Except for provinces, we're obviously off the chart. But tune back in next time. We'll start off looking at all the graphs, and it'll be super cool. So I will see you all then. Peace.